Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another demonstration here at the restaurant on 20. Today we're going to be doing something very manly. We're doing cowboy cuts here, right? And the French call it côte de bœuf. So what we have here is a beautiful, let's get a good close-up on here of this wet-aged ribeye that we procure from a company called D'Artagnan that has farms in Oregon. Painted Hills. It's a wonderful product that we use here, and what we like to show to you guys today is sort of how we buy the meat in at the restaurant. This isn't your typical what you would bring home for dinner, but this is how we purchase our beef here at the restaurant. Full standing ribeye roasts, and these are bone-in. And this beauty, we've already sort of done the liberty of cleaning up and showing you how it's sort of Frenched. Exposing a little bit of the bone for presentation, cleaning a little bit of the fat cap here, and you can tell now that we have 8 ribs here where we can cut nice big steaks out of. Okay, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So to show you a little bit over here, I'm going to introduce you to our sous chef Bryant, who is our meat man, and he's in the process right now of doing exactly what I did previous to, is cleaning up this standing rib roast. Right now he's taking a little bit of the cap off. What we do is called Frenching. Right? Taking that right off. And then we'll stand it up, and you can see that now he's going to just cut in between each bone so that we get a nice exposed rib bone for presentation. Okay? So what we're going to do is with what we call Cowboy Cut, or what the French call a côte de bœuf, which is going to be a nice big cut on the bone steak. We're going to grill simply, right? Nothing to it, right? So let me show you how we can do that. Get our steak here, and I'm going to cut a nice big fat steak right off the edge here, right in between here. We've done a painstaking job of taking out the little chine bones, knuckle bones that reside in here. What you have to do in order for us to cut that steak clean, like that, okay? So we got a beautiful, this is probably 1 kilo right here, steak. We're going to do it very simple, at home, on the grill. Paint a little olive oil on it, alright? Massage our meat a little bit. We're going to season with salt. Good amount of salt. We're not going to be scared of our salt here, right? And pepper. Lots of pepper on both sides. Okay? And from that, we're going to go right onto the grill. Nice clean grill. Right here. Lay it right down. Get closer. Right down here. On our grill. I'm going to get some nice color on each side, and I'm going to finish it in the oven. This steak right here on a medium-high grill at home inside, or whether you pan fry it, approximately going to take 15 minutes to cook. Right? And what's important after the cooking is that it has plenty of time to rest, because this bone is such a big conductor of heat that's going to retain a lot of heat after it's cooking. So you want to take it off with plenty of time to let that bone and all the juices settle down before you slice into it. Okay, so after about 10 minutes on the grill, good color on both sides, I finished it off in the oven for another 10 minutes, 350 degrees. If you have a broiler setting on your oven, that can work great as well. Nothing wrong with broiling this the whole way. There's a multitude of ways to cook this piece of meat. The end result is what we're looking for, and that's a nice cuisson, a nice cooking of it, and proper time for it to rest. Which we've given it about 10-15 minutes just to sit out, hang out, let all those good juices redistribute, so that when we go to slice, especially when we're at the restaurant, when we plate, very essential that we slice the meat and that it is rested properly and what we call dabbed on a sports towel here before it goes onto the plate. So here we are. I'm just going to carve this up. And when we have this kind of steak, you can cut it across the grain here, and this is a great cut because when I start slicing the steak, you'll be able to see that you'll get some of the eye of the ribeye and you'll get some of the cap. Some people prefer right in the center, which is right here, is the eye. The cap is some of this meat here up on the top, right here, which is really good. It's actually my favorite, so I'm going to cut it separately out. Right, that's a beautiful piece of meat right here. And then just take it right off the bone. This piece of meat is probably some people's favorite. Great to hang out and just gnaw. Right? Got all our beautiful slices of beef. What we like to do at the restaurant is after we cook a piece of meat, pretty much always it gets this treatment of brown butter, lemon juice, and finishing salt. So to add insult to injury, we're adding a little bit of what's called beurre noisette, or brown butter. So it's butter that's heated until some of the milk solids start to caramelize, and the butter becomes a little bit tinted, nut flavor, and an exceptional flavor. It gives some depth. We're just going to squirt a little bit of that on top of the meat. Lemon juice for a burst of acidity, and then our finishing salt, which I'm using really coarse grains of sea salt that we get from France, and I'm not being shy, and I'm putting them right on there, right? So we're going to go to the plate, right? A little bit of everything on there, some of the cap, and I'm just going to dress really simple. Some of the local red Russian kale and mustard greens we get from Starlight Gardens. And finally, we're going to put a little bit of shallot confit. There's some shallots that are cooked very slowly in the oven until they're nice and soft. And there you go, there's your Cowboy Cut côte de bœuf. Bon appétit.